I met Elson, and she introduced me to something that most people will be amazed to hear.
Okay.
I just want to introduce them. This is Elson, Christian, Todd, or Ted? Ted. Nobody, hold me for my English, so...
No, they won't. They won't.
Excuse. And Teresa.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, perfect.
They will tell us an amazing tale that needs to be told, and for everybody to see. So we're going to do it soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell the people what happened to you using SDI.
SDI, Philip Savage. It was introduced to me by a mutual friend. I've had a serious problem. I had a serious problem since childhood, since pre-teens, but I became a full-blown drug addict and alcoholic in secondary school, just like high school here.
And you went to Philip when?
I went to Philip in 2005, May and June 2005, so it's been 3 years now since I've seen him, and I have no addictions. I've been clean of alcohol and drugs for 3 years now.
Was that precisely what you asked for?
It's exactly what I asked for. My specific request was, please Philip, I do not want to be addicted to anything anymore. And so a lot of other things came into balance, which wasn't just about drugs and alcohol, it was sugar and diet, and also my emotions, because I realised I was addicted to some serious emotions, which were making me very aggressive and violent.
And there was no pain, no withdrawal, no suffering?
Let's put it this way, the day I walked out, the afternoon I walked out of Philip's office, I wept with relief. I sat and meditated, and then I went for a walk in unfamiliar mountains, and I was doing and navigating and doing physical movement better than I have ever done in unfamiliar territory, dangerous mountainous territory. I went out for 24 hours and went 25 miles, and my sense of direction was perfect. I had no maps, no guides. I was totally green to the whole situation.
So the outcome?
The outcome was there was no pain, no withdrawal, and just like I said, a blessed relief of a huge, painful, unhealthy burden and habit that I had that I no longer have.
Teresa has her own story of the interventions of Philip using SDI. Go ahead, tell them what happened to you.
So I'm Teresa, and I heard about Philip Savage in March of this past year, and got on a plane and went to see him because I was literally dying. I had over 20 conditions, diagnosed conditions confirmed by many physicians, but had most recently almost broken my neck in a ski accident, which was failing to heal after a year. So I was in horrible pain, sick with many conditions, and was ready to choose something.
Some of those conditions.
Yes, I had chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, had a blood disorder, had irritable bowel syndrome, irritable uterus, irritable bladder, migraines, allergies, weak kidneys, my body's inability to heal from injuries, peptic ulcers. Let's see what else. I can keep going, but the pain was really severe. So I had heard about Philip through a friend of mine who had breast cancer, was suffering with the grief of a son, and also, she had one other big issue, but she needed some help too, and so it was more than just physical, it was also emotional pain, which I had also. So after seeing Philip, I just hit the floor running. I was probably on 10 medications a day, very strong pharmaceuticals, morphine patch, barely functioning, just a horrible for 39, couldn't believe it was my own life story. Went to Philip one time, walked out of there, have not had one medication since. Scout's honor.
Can you describe a little bit of the experience with Philip? What did you feel? How does he do it?
I immediately felt the tension leaving my cervical spine area. My whole torso was very riddled with, muscle spasms and knots, and I had torn all the tissues and everything. And that was immediately the pressure, the tension, the pain was just dissipating from my body.
Amazing.
Amazing.
What does he do with does he touches the patient? Does he?
I think it's different for every person.
Information like that is on the website, which will
Yes.
Okay, great.
easy for people to read.
People should
I
know
don't think
about
there's
it.
a
Right.
common answer, but it's the
Right.
most amazing, miraculous experience that there is. Because I've 20 years almost.
Amazing.
20 years I've been
This
searching.
is how to digest.
Yes.
So we can say that this is a form of a miracle for you.
Well, not form.
It is.
Yes.
No, I'm trying to be.
Yes, it was a miracle for me.
Okay.
And I'm so grateful, and I came back and I grabbed my kids and I took them. My daughter was suffering with some emotional trauma from sexual abuse as a young girl, and it had wrecked her health, and she lost her passion, which was dancing. After one visit with Philip, she came back, not suicidal, can eat without being sick, and is now found her passion again. So it brought the joy back for her in her dancing, and she just made it on the international dance team. So, my son was sick from the day he was born, because I was sick, he was born sick, asthma, allergies, weak immune system, and he is like on top of the world health with his sports, and just not sick one day. And we were all sick every day, so it is amazing.
Now you're a happy, healthy family.
Yeah.
I want to thank you very much to coming forward
My pleasure.
and sharing with the viewers anywhere in the internet or on cable TV.
Yes.
Because people need to know what you had and what you were cured by this person.
After every modality, alternative, Eastern, Chinese, you name it, acupuncture, massage, I would get relief maybe for a few hours, but it was never long lasting. No matter how many books I read, no matter how I tried the law of attraction, nothing worked except for this for
He
me.
treats the cause. He goes straight
The root.
to the cause, the roots of the problem. Very fundamental.
And very easy. It didn't take any time except the flight over, a couple of days, and the flight back. It was great. So that's my story. Thank you, Philip. If you'll ever see this.
Thank you, Teresa and
Thank you.
Alison, of sharing this with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Done from a distance is Tag. He had a broken neck from a car. You want to tell him the people what happened to you?
Well, for starters, I was T-boned by an SUV at 40 miles an hour. He crushed my car. The window slammed against my head at 40 miles an hour, shattered the window, broke my neck. The firefighters had to cut me out of the car with the jaws of life. Policeman on the scene said that he was surprised I was not mashed potatoes. When I got to the ER, they ran me through all kinds of CTs and MRIs and X-rays.
Tad had got this policeman to call me, and I called Philip and informed Philip that he'd been in this car wreck, and Philip said, I will take care of him right away. So you're in the UCLA?
Yeah, UCLA hospital. They're running me through all the exams. In a follow-up visit, I asked the neurosurgeon, why did you run me through all these scans? And he says, no one comes out of an accident like that without multiple facial fractures, multiple skull fractures, torn tendons, significant brain bleeds, if not brain damage, and internal chest cavity injuries. And I had none of that. I did have the C2 break in the neck. Something else interesting. The neurosurgeon
5mm gap, right? It's disengagement of head from shoulders.
It was not a hairline fracture. It was complete separation of the bone. The neurosurgeon tells me I had the same C2 fracture as Christopher Reeve. And the only difference between Reeve and me was that Reeve's tendons gave out, mine held. Now Reeve was Superman, expert horseman.
Neck like a tree.
Neck like a tree, bodybuilder. And me, I work on a computer all day.
Incidentally, Christopher Reeve had to have bolts hold his head on, and the incongruous neurosurgeon looked at him and somehow your neck tendons held, which was quite a thing.
Right. So, well, Reeve was also in a coma for 3 weeks and paraplegic quadriplegic for the rest of his life, short life. I didn't even have a concussion. With a window shattering against my head at 40 miles an hour, no concussion. I was completely conscious the whole time. was able to assess my injuries, fully possessed with the ability to give instructions for a phone call to be made to call in Philip Savage to help me.
And a key point noted by the medical staff was he had no pain.
No pain. That's in the documents. No pain. Patient refused pain medication.
Amazing.
The absence of injury to begin with was fantastic. It's beautiful not to be quadriplegic, not to have been in a coma, to have been fully conscious and no pain. It's beautiful. But beyond that, the prognosis after getting to the ER was 9 months for a full, 9 months to a year, a full knitting of the bone, being in a neck coma for at least 6 months, and diagnosing somewhere around 6 month range whether there'd be therapy or not. I didn't need any therapy at all for this neck.
Because he made that call. Because his accident was taken care of by Philip. His recovery, the process of his recovery was taken care of with SDI from a distance.
Completely.
And he's a piece of proof.
Okay, we took a moment out of the kitchen heat to speak with Alison. We'll have links and testimonials of Alison and the other people that came forward to share this information with us. So please, Alison, tell the world what you like to share. Yes.
Well, one of the reasons for coming to California is that I'm to help expose proof of a technology applied to health, and there is an experiment being set up whereby this technology is applied to severe burn cases. It's called the burn test. It involves anybody who's been severely burned, that is the 3rd degree, worst kind of burns where skin is being melted off, the worst scenario. The founder of this technology will take care of this person, that is process this person using this technology which is called SDI, subliminal distant influentiality. They name the date of birth, the place of birth, and a picture on a camera cell phone needs to be sent through within half an hour of the burn, so that he can use this influence technology to affect the results, affect the outcome of what would usually happen. Medically, skin grafts, horrific pain, long-term surgery for months, even years, is the usual scenario. We need to show the world on camera the proof of the effects of SDI as it triggers the body's own self-recovering rates where they do in fact regrow skin, where there is no pain, and the person is up and out of their emergency room in a matter of days. This is medically impossible, and it needs to be seen, it needs to be documented, and we need burn cases. Anybody can do it from any town, whether it's Australia, England, any state in America, anywhere in the world, burn cases within half an hour of the burn.